Imagine this. You've reached the summit. The mountain is behind you, the view is breathtaking, and you stand victorious, breathing in the fresh air, feeling the rush of accomplishment. But then, something unexpected happens. You turn around and you see another mountain, even higher than the one you just conquered. It's the same terrain, the same challenges, but it's calling your name. What do? Do you rest, basking in the glory of your success? Or do you take the first step towards that new peak, knowing that the journey ahead will be just as rewarding as the one you've already completed? This is the paradox of success. It's never really a destination. It's the journey that counts. The moment you think you've reached the top, life will present you with another challenge, another mountain. But that's not a bad thing. In fact, it's the essence of personal growth. Today, we're going to explore why success isn't something you reach, but something you become. We'll dive into the wisdom of philosophers, the psychology of growth, and the stories of people who embraced the journey of success rather than waiting for it to arrive. By the end of this video, you'll understand why the journey itself is the true source of fulfillment. Let's start with an idea that might challenge everything you've been taught. Success is not a final destination. It's an ongoing process, a way of life, and a mindset. To understand this better, let's turn to the Greek philosopher Heraclitus, who famously said, "You cannot step into the same river twice." This simple statement speaks volumes about the nature of life and success. The river, in this metaphor, represents your journey. It's always flowing, always changing. Every moment, every choice, and every effort you make alters the course of your life. Success, then, isn't a static goal that you reach and hold on to. It's the river itself. It's the continuous effort, the striving, the learning, and the growing. Each step you take along this river changes who you are, and that change, that evolution, is the real success. Think about it. Once you achieve something you've worked hard for, you might feel a rush of excitement or a sense of relief. But soon after, the feeling fades, and you're left with the question, what now? This cycle is not a flaw. It's a feature of human nature. The psychologist Abraham Maslow, in his hierarchy of needs, argued that once you satisfy basic needs and achieve certain goals, you start seeking new challenges, higher goals, and deeper meanings. This is the drive for self-actualization, the continual process of becoming the best version of yourself. In other words, once you reach a goal, you realize that the pursuit of success is never really about the end result. It's about the ongoing pursuit of growth, the journey of becoming more. So why do we often view success as a destination? Why do we look at the finish line and think that crossing it will bring us ultimate fulfillment? The answer lies in the psychology of goal setting and achievement. Psychologists have long studied the effects of goals on human behavior, and one of the most interesting findings is that people who focus on the process of achieving their goals tend to be happier and more successful than those who focus solely on the outcome. Take the concept of goal orientation, a theory developed by psychologist Carol Dweck. Dweck's research on mindset has shown that individuals with a growth mindset, those who see their abilities as something that can improve through effort, are far more likely to embrace challenges and learn from failure. They're not focused on reaching a specific goal, but are motivated by the growth they experience along the way. On the other hand, individuals with a fixed mindset, those who believe their abilities are static, often shy away from challenges. For them, success is about proving they are capable, and failure feels like a personal threat to their identity. But here's the twist. True success comes not from avoiding failure, but from embracing it as a part of the journey. To illustrate this, think about Thomas Edison, who failed thousands of times before successfully inventing the light bulb. He didn't see failure as a setback. He saw it as an integral part of the process. In his words, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." Edison didn't view success as a fixed point. He saw it as an ongoing experiment, a never-ending journey of discovery. The famous philosopher Søren Kierkegaard echoed this sentiment when he said, "Life can only be understood backwards, but it must be lived forwards." It's not until we look back on our journey that we can understand the growth and lessons it has provided. And we cannot live our lives looking only at the destination. The journey, the day-to-day struggle, the small victories, the failures, and the setbacks is where the real magic happens. So how do we embrace the journey and make it our source of motivation? The first step is to shift our focus from outcomes to process. Think about the joy of learning something new. The thrill of mastering a new skill or understanding a difficult concept isn't found at the end of the process. It's found in the effort itself. This is the essence of deliberate practice, a concept introduced by psychologist K. Anders Ericsson. Deliberate practice isn't about just going through the motions. It's about pushing yourself to the edge of your abilities, failing, learning from that failure, and trying again with more insight. This concept is key to understanding why success is a journey, not a destination. When you embrace the process of learning and growth, every step forward, no matter how small, becomes a victory in itself. But here's the catch. The journey isn't always easy. In fact, it's often the hardest part. This is where the psychology of resilience comes into play. When faced with adversity, resilient individuals don't ask, "Why me?" Instead, they ask, "What can I learn from this?" They view challenges as opportunities for growth, rather than as insurmountable obstacles. Psychologist Martin Seligman's research into learned optimism shows that people who maintain an optimistic outlook are more likely to persevere through hardship and ultimately succeed. The truth is, every moment of struggle, every setback, is an integral part of the process. You can't reach the summit without climbing the mountain, and you can't experience true success without experiencing the discomfort that comes with growth. Now let's bring in one more powerful element: purpose. Philosophers like Viktor Frankl, a psychiatrist and Holocaust survivor, understood the importance of purpose in the face of adversity. In his book, Man's Search for Meaning, Frankl writes that, "Life is never made unbearable by circumstances, but only by lack of meaning and purpose." When you view your journey through the lens of purpose, it transforms the struggle into something meaningful. It's no longer about crossing a finish line or achieving a specific outcome. It's about the impact you want to have, the person you want to become, and the legacy you want to leave behind. Purpose provides the fuel for the journey. It makes the work, the setbacks, and the challenges worthwhile. It's the deep sense of why that propels you forward, even when the path is steep and unclear. As you reflect on the idea that success is a journey, not a destination, remember this: the process of growth, learning, and self-discovery is what makes life meaningful. The moment you stop focusing on a singular endpoint and embrace the endless nature of the journey, you open yourself up to a life full of possibility and fulfillment. So the next time you achieve a goal, don't wait for the sense of finality to take over. Instead, celebrate the growth you've experienced along the way, and look ahead to the new mountains that await. There is always more to learn, more to become, and more to give. The true success is in the journey itself, and that journey is yours to make. So what will you do now? Will you take the next step, knowing that the journey is far from over? Will you embrace the discomfort, the growth, and the never-ending pursuit of becoming more? Success is not a destination, it's a way of life, and it starts with you right now in this moment. Your journey awaits. Keep moving forward.